A day in the life of an entrepreneur. Today, I am going to tell you the story of Tom and David. Tom normally wakes up at 7 a.m. and takes in phone calls first thing in the morning. Tom is a 39 years old, hardworking, hands-on businessman. Meanwhile, David also wakes up at 7 a.m. and reads newspaper while eating breakfast. Chill and breezy. David is a 43 years old entrepreneur. He works smart and is dynamic. At 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, Tom takes in a phone call from his largest customer, big corporation. His customer is asking the status of his deliveries. Tom goes to his logistics personnel to check on the status of the deliveries. The logistics cannot find the customer name on the delivery schedule list. So Tom went to his sales coordinator who handles big corporations' purchase order. Tom learned that his order has not been processed because of an over limit of credit as per the accounting department. Tom called the accounting staff to check on the current status of outstanding accounts receivables of big corporation. At 11:58 a.m., the accounting department told Tom the exact balance. Meanwhile, at 9 a.m., David checks his business dashboard. He found out via his business dashboard that he has pending deliveries with Flash Corporation. He calls Flash Corporation and informed him regarding the over limit of his company, which caused the delay of deliveries. They both agreed that items will be delivered provided that Flash Corporation agreed to settle payment within the day. David called the accounting to allow order at 10 a.m. and items were delivered to Flash Corporation at 11 a.m. After settling Flash Corporation's order, David attends a meeting with his team members. At 12 noon, Tom took his lunch while talking to Big Corporation regarding their outstanding balances. They both agreed that items will be delivered provided that Big Corporation agreed to settle payment within the day. Tom calls his accounting staff to process Big Corporation's orders. Items were delivered to Big Corporation at 2 p.m. Meanwhile, David had a working lunch with his team members as he discusses to his managers about his forecasts based on the company's historical data. They had their business planning at 2 p.m. and ended exactly at 4:30 p.m. Tom calls for a meeting at 2 p.m. and asks his managers to gather data so that they can discuss on the current status of the company. David goes home at 5 p.m. and joins wife and children for dinner. Meanwhile, at around 6 p.m., the needed data for Tom's forecasting meeting has just been prepared by his managers. Tom scrutinized the reliability and soundness of the data until 9 p.m. They called it a day and decided to continue the meeting tomorrow. Tom is finally home after a long day. He missed dinner with his wife and daughter. His daughter is now soundly asleep. Tom and David are both entrepreneurs, but they lead a very different lifestyle. Tom sleeps 5.5 hours a night and David sleeps 8 to 9 hours every night. Tom misses important family events while David gets to enjoy them with his family. Tom has no time for proper exercise while David maintains an active lifestyle. Reason for lifestyle differences? David invested on SAP B1 with Dynamic Enterprise Solution. It pays to be dynamic when you are an entrepreneur. Interested to be more like Dynamic David? Contact Dynamic Enterprise Solution today for free demo and consultation on your business process and how you can streamline.